Hello and welcome to our first broadcast of the new year of our brand new show, Shark Time News, Landmark College's premier television news show. I'm Dan Fish.
And I'm Will Bromlick. This show features stories about international topics such as North Korea for one, and Iran-Saudi Arabian conflict, politicians' thoughts on addiction issues, along with other national stories, a quick look at sports, and finishing with a message about New Year's resolutions.
North Korean leader Kim Jong-un says they successfully detonated a hydrogen bomb in the last week of 2015. While worrying, the claim drew much scrutiny as hydrogen bombs are much more difficult to produce than straight nuclear bombs. Experts say their abilities are nowhere near the required knowledge and skill level that is needed to produce this warhead. It could be months before their claims are validated, but the 5.1 magnitude earthquake at North Korea's nuclear testing site speaks to their dedication to their nuclear program. Everyone should not be alarmed. The blast recorded on Wednesday was approximately 6 kilotons. The true hydrogen bomb gives off a whopping 50,000 kilotons.
Deliberate attack. That's what Iran is calling the recent Saudi airstrike bombing of their embassy in Yemen. Leaving several employees wounded, the attack comes less than 1 week after the two nations cut diplomatic ties. Tensions are high between the two countries since the execution of Iranian Shiite activist al-Nimr in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. Al-Nimr was a key cleric of the Arab Spring, a Shiite organization protest calling for free elections and diplomatic governments throughout Sunni-dominated nations. Saudi Arabia has taken the lead of the stomping of the Arab Spring, and the airstrikes in Yemen were likely issued for that reason. Issued in Tehran has seen riots attack and burn the Saudi embassy. Saudi Arabia has put up new laws prohibiting Iranians from traveling to their country, even to fulfill Hajj, a religious pilgrimage to Mecca. And now we transition into national news. Dan?
Thanks, Will. Addiction is the new hot topic in New Hampshire campaigning. Presidential candidates are speaking about their connections to addiction in a state that has been hard hit by opiate epidemics. Jeb Bush's daughter suffered from addiction, and Trump's brother struggled and eventually succumbed to alcoholism. Martin O'Malley spoke about a friend who lost their daughter to addiction, and Carly Fiorina buried her daughter due to addiction. Every candidate promised to tackle the problem in a state that looks to these politicians for more answers.
More people are being rescued in California from powerful El Nino storms. Power lines are torn down, and more people are dying due to the severity of the weather. This latest storm is said to stop on Thursday, and the areas will start to dry out.
The LAPD is not charging Bill Cosby with 2 counts of rape. Cosby's attorney claims to be satisfied with the outcome. The 2 charges came from one Jane Doe, who did not release her name, and Chloe Goins. Goins currently has a civil suit on Cosby for drugging and sexually assaulting her. In good news to report, 19 minors are rescued by police by using a crane. They were able to lift them out of a stuck elevator in upstate New York, which had been 900 feet underground.
Mike Bell got a tip from his boss to take a sick day when he wasn't feeling well. He arrived at the hospital that day where he would find out his life was in jeopardy. Bell had a tooth infection where it would spread to his bloodstream, affecting his heart. If he had been an hour later, he would have died, claimed Bell's doctor, Mark Poole. Bell is in current recovery from heart surgery, and he reminds people of the importance to take sick days.
Now we take a quick look at sporting news with stories on U.S. soccer and the upcoming NFL playoff games. On Wednesday, U.S. national team coach Jurgen Klinsmann decided to start the new year with a young roster. Although he has experience with 34-year-old New England Revolution midfielder Jermaine Jones, he wants to give a new call-ups, such as U.S. Youth Male Player of the Year, New York Red Bulls' Matt Miazga, a shot. Klinsmann will be using January camp to prepare the senior team for World Cup qualifiers against Guatemala and the under-23 squad for the Olympic match against Colombia.
In the very first NFC playoff game, the Seahawks will face the Vikings in their home turf of Minnesota on Sunday at 1:05 on NBC. The Packers will be traveling to Washington to face against the Redskins on Sunday at 4:40 on Fox. The winners of those games will move to the divisional round to play against either the number 1 ranked Carolina Panthers or number 2 Arizona Cardinals. Over in the AFC, the playoff games start on Saturday with 2 AFC wildcard games kicking things off. The Kansas City Chiefs will visit the Houston Texans. That game will be on ESPN at 4:35 p.m. On the other side, the Steelers will take a trip to Cincinnati to play their divisional rivals, the Bengals. That game will be on CBS at 8:15 p.m. The winners of those 2 games will go to the divisional round to play either the Patriots or the Broncos. And now we take a look at a more colorful segment. Here's Dan.
Thanks, Will. What's the effect color has on us? Does it affect our mood? Psychologists have wondered and discussed this for quite a while now. Color can have some connotations, like being aggressive color. When some people are at a place such as a bank, certain colors can encourage quicker movements. When people see color, they are conditioned to think and feel which is why advertising uses this to their advantage.
And now over to our special correspondent Ben Raskin-Gross with his informative report on how to stick to those New Year's resolutions. Ben?
Thanks, Will. Do you have the tendency to set New Year's resolutions but don't keep them? If you're looking to change this, here's a method that can help you. The New York Times writer Austin Falk created it. Falk says to first ask yourself 2 questions. Why don't I do this already? And why aren't I doing this now? For example, if you want to exercise more, you would have to ask yourself, why don't I feel the need to exercise, and why am I not doing it now? After answering these questions, create solutions such as set a specific amount of time for exercise or have an exercise buddy. Fox says, try it out. The best New Year's resolutions result from setting goals. Now back to the desk.
Thanks for watching Shark Time News. And special thanks to BCTV, Roland, Jeff, and Core for all their assistance with our show. Until next time, Brattleboro, this is Dan Fish
And Will Bronlick.
saying thank you for watching.